Hello and welcome back to Creativity. I'm Dr. Cyndi Burnett. And unfortunately, Barney couldn't be with me today, so I needed to find a person to work with. So I looked around and I found, my husband. So this is my husband, Andy, and together we are Candy. Yeah. So Candy is going to be working on today's Creativity Challenge around the skill dreaming. And Andy is a consultant. He runs a company called Know Innovation, Know meaning K-N-O-W, Innovation, and he works with the leading scientists around the world on helping them develop innovative research ideas. So, thanks for joining me today.
It is my pleasure. It was quite a long journey, but I think I held up to it quite well.
So today's skill around dreaming is about dreaming up wild and unusual ideas. So we're going to play a game called Ridiculously Fun Ideas. Now, what do you think of when you think of ridiculous?
Well, actually, I think of Harry Potter to start with, because there is the whole how to deal with boggarts and things like that. But I suppose fundamentally what we're talking about is something which makes no sense whatsoever but makes us laugh.
Okay, so that's what we're going to go for today. And there's only 2 rules to this game. One, when people share their ideas, you can't judge. So we're going back to keeping open and deferring judgment. And number 2, the ideas can't hurt other people, because we never want to we don't want to live creativity in malice or in a negative way. So they can't hurt other people. And one more, they have to be good for the environment. So they can't hurt the environment either. So we're going to ask you to strive for 5, which is usually your fruits and vegetables. But today it's going to be strive for 5 ridiculously fun ideas. And Andy's going to start with a ridiculously fun idea. So do you have a ridiculously fun one to share?
Much to everyone's surprise, yes, I do. So I was thinking about this. So we got an electric car recently, and I haven't yet had the house wired up to do the high-speed charging. And I was thinking about this as I was looking out of the window, and I thought, there are lots of small animals running around in our garden, and they are using up energy. Wouldn't it be great if I could somehow corral them, just temporarily and in a way that they would enjoy, so that the energy that they're exerting could actually go straight into the car? So I would love it if our electric car is charged by the activity of small furry creatures.
I think that's a ridiculously fun idea.
So do I. I'm going to go and start working on it now. I'll see you later.
Okay, so one of my ridiculously fun ideas is, I loved the Jetsons, and I loved in the Jetsons where they just went through the shower and then someone styled their hair. I would love for someone to do that. But more importantly, I have a really hard time. I have curly hair and I straighten my hair every day, but I never can seem to get the back, so it always looks bumpy. So I'd like a robot. I know this sounds ridiculously fun, but I'd like a robot that just focuses on the back of my hair to make sure it's straight. Because I've had people, like, literally as I'm walking on stage saying, wow, your hair looks nice, except your back. What happened to that? So I'd like a robot just to fix the back of my hair. That's one for me.
I like that. That sounds like a ridiculously fun idea. All right, so yesterday we decided to tidy up the house a little bit. Somehow the house can become messy. Our children tell us it's nothing to do with us. Clearly they must be telling the truth. So I think it would be great if we had a self-tidying house. Somehow when you've finished with something, it just goes away until the next time.
I'm going to build on that one.
You do that.
So I love that ridiculous. I'm judging, but I do appreciate the ridiculously fun idea you just presented. I'm going to build on that and say we have a lot of Legos in our house. I mean, we have a whole Lego section of the house. I would like a machine that's a Lego consumption machine, and the Lego consumption machine drives around and collects all the Legos, and then it turns it into something on display.
That would be a really cool thing to do, actually. That would be ridiculously fun.
Thanks. Can you come up with another one? That's 2.
Wait, that's only 2 ideas?
For each of us, yeah.
Oh, I see. It's all how we do the counting.
Yes.
Yes, let's think about this. So I think that it would be really useful and it would be ridiculously fun if when I'm driving down the road and there's traffic and I can see that the traffic's coming because my phone shows me that there's a traffic jam ahead, if it were possible to just gently lift them up and just sort of drive underneath them. I was watching what was it, the Lorax, and the one of the baddies on that had a car that kind of, when he pressed the button, it bumped everyone out of the way. I don't want to bump them out of the way. I just want to gently sort of make them be somewhere else, and then it all seals up afterwards. And I think that would really be a great way to start the day. No traffic that affects you at all.
Yes. So my next ridiculously fun idea is I never can seem to find scissors around my house. So I would love to just be able to go like this and then have blades come out of my fingers and then I can just cut.
That's a ridiculously fun idea. All right, let me build on that. So just recently I've been experimenting with virtual reality, where you sort of put on the headsets and you can be in a different world. And when you're in this different world, you have all sorts of capabilities because you're in virtual reality. And then when you take the headset off, it can be a little bit disappointing that you can't fly and do these sorts of things. And the thing that I noticed that I missed the most was not being able to shoot lasers out of my fingers. Which obviously everyone understands you want to be able to do that, but it's not just the lasers. It's that you can be on one side of the room and you can shoot a laser which grabs hold of your cup of tea and brings it to you. Now, technically it's not a laser, that's more like a tractor beam, but for the purposes of this video, I'll say I want to be able to shoot that so that you do a sort of ping and it just brings it to you, or anything that you want. That would be a really ridiculously fun idea.
Well, I'm going to build on that ridiculously fun idea and come up with another one, which is I drink coffee in the morning, but by the time it's 11 o'clock, obviously my coffee's cold and I'm still sipping on it. So I'd like a button to be able to press on my coffee that just automatically heats the mug, and then it becomes warm, so I don't have to keep getting up and microwaving it or making a new batch of coffee.
All right, I like that idea, and I'm going to build on it so that you have a button that presses on the mug, and out pops an entire miniature fun fair. So you don't just get a cup of coffee, or obviously tea, but you get a little fun fair to watch or possibly play with whilst you're drinking it. Now that would be a ridiculously fun idea.
All right, I'm going to build on that idea.
No!
So not only do you press the button and it becomes hot, but then all of a sudden this fun fair comes out, and then there's confetti and fireworks, and then it's followed by a om to make you relax and get focused. So you have this really great burst of energy, and then it focuses you on get centered in your work.
Yeah, all right, I like that. I would buy that product. It would also need to come with the self-cleaning house, because can you imagine sort of the fireworks and the confetti and everything? You go, that was great, and then you're really centered, and then you go, it's a bit of a mess here. But yes, that would be very good as well.
All right, I have one more.
Go on then.
Okay, so I would love, it would be great, and a ridiculously fun idea. I'd like to do a lot of letters and notes to people to show gratitude, but it would be great to just be able to like touch my heart like this, and for them to feel like this internal hug. So thanks for coming today.
Actually, that ridiculously fun idea does exist.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, so there is a company in the UK that we worked with called Cute Circuits, who made remote hugging t-shirts.
Oh.
I know, isn't it great?
We should get some of those for the family.
We'll have to see. When we were involved with them as part of a research project, I think it was at a very early stage, but we'll look it up and we can get. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We're finished.
Thanks for joining us today, and thanks to my husband Andy who stepped in. Have a wonderful week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our station, and see you next week.
Bye-bye.